I'm sorry, no one understands how tired I am of men. A man could tell me that the sky is blue. I need to go outside and check myself. I'm sorry, I just don't believe. I don't believe anymore. Because let me tell you one thing that men will do, men will lie. And men will lie hard. Honestly speaking, believe a man at your own risk. Believe him at your own risk. I'm sorry, but unless God directly tells me this brother is for you, I'm not listening. I don't want to hear it no more.
The best thing a man can ask you on a date is, what do you bring to the table? Because two things straight away. If you want a masculine man and his masculine energy, he is not one. He has told you straight away that relationship cannot happen. Finished. Done. But the second thing is, that man is so deep in his feminine energy that you could probably sit down, have a date with him and learn from him how to be in it. Because even the concept of sitting down and thinking, what can this person do for me and what do they bring to the table, is so in his receiving energy. The fact that he's even sitting there and having the audacity to say that is so deeply, like, I mean, I'm not even sure me and you can get that feminine, is so deeply in there that we got a lot to learn from this guy. If a being is in their masculine energy, male or female, they're thinking, what can I bring to the situation? That is why that's such a pivotal question to find out if he is in it or not. If he's asked you it straight away, you know he's not in it.
She is so wrong. I don't know if she's trolling or not. A high-value man is going to want to know what a woman brings to the table because he owns the large house that the table is in. He wants to know if she can cook and clean, and most importantly, what's her body count, as in she has more value keeping her legs closed. These modern women are so masculine, they think the standards that apply to men apply to them. They think when men ask this question, they're expecting a female to own a car, a home, and have a six-figure salary, when it couldn't be further from the truth. If a female was a McDonald's employee and she looked like a 9 and kept her legs closed, she'd find a quality husband really quick. This is why career women are single. They're super masculine and usually sleep around like men, and they see themselves as better than the average man. Top comment says, when I see sprinkle sprinkle, I know my people are here. And that's why these females stay single. Another comment. I say, I don't bring anything to the table because I'm not a provider. You provide, and I set the table. Unless if she's a virgin, she needs to bring enough to fund a soft guy era. And that's the problem. These females are acting like they're virgin 10s when they're road-worn 6s at best. Another comment. LMAO, I have never seen a man from my cultures, Armenian, Russian, ask a woman what she brings to the table. And the female in the video responds, I've never heard it either in my life, but American women get it a lot. And that's women from traditional countries who come correct. They're not sleeping around or trying to be boss ladies or career women. They know their role and are usually married by 20 already. The Russian 304s get exported to Dubai.
When he asked if he was the only one that got the nude pic.
Yes. Ugly? Absolutely fucking not.
Where do you find older men who will pay for everything? You're 22. Happy hours next to office buildings. So go find a restaurant bar or a bar next to a nice office building with nice cars. Most of the time, the men are going to be coming after work or during lunch, sit at the bar. Then you'll most likely meet professional men that have money, okay?
Okay, story time. So, good friend of mine and I went on a girls' trip over the weekend. We drove 3 hours south, went to Charleston for the weekend. We're like, okay, let's just get away, just have some fun, meet up with a friend of ours, and maybe find some attractive men. No. No. None. I'm starting to wonder where they are. Like, where? I went to Vegas back in July. I saw maybe one attractive man, and he was mediocre attractive. It wasn't even like, wow, he's really hot. Even I was there with like family, and even the male members of my family were like, there's really no attractive men. No. So anyway, back to Charleston. We go to Charleston. Nothing. None. Just puny little children that, I swear, they're doing the least. Like, these guys, they're doing the least. They dress like crap. Their hair looks like shit. And they all think they need to have a mustache. No. No, no, no. It's not cute and it's not a thing. So on Saturday night, my friend and I, we get all dressed up. We're looking super cute. And we're going to a nice dinner at Hall's. But before that, we had time to stop at Republic for a drink. So we walk in, it's packed, it's Halloween weekend. Most people are dressed up. We were not dressed up in Halloween costumes, obviously, but everyone else is dressed up. And it was a little bit of a younger crowd, I will say. However, we're standing there, minding our own business, talking, and some guy approaches my friend. She starts talking to him casually. And as she's casually talking to him, another kid walks up, and I only caught the end of it. I'm glad I didn't see all of it because I wouldn't have handled it as well as she did. This kid walks up with his cell phone and sticks his fingers in her drink and has his cell phone with the light on, filming it, and then puts the phone in her face to like see what her reaction was going to be. I only saw the phone part and him like kind of stick it in her face, and she was just like staring at him like, what the fuck? And so she proceeds to put her drink on the ground like next to her because she's like, I don't want it. Well, I didn't see the fingers go in the drink. I would not have just let that happen. I probably either would have made him buy me another drink, or quite frankly, the drink would have went on him. Again, ladies, if you know of where all the attractive men are, can you please let me know? Because we're doomed over here. We're doomed over here on the East Coast because we got nothing. So maybe I need to go over there by like Wyoming and get a cowboy or something. I don't know.
Who's going to tell her? Where are the attractive men? Staying away from her. This isn't 20 years ago when she was young and hot, when the only way to meet women is to go to bars and clubs. Now with Tinder and social media, Chad and Tyrone connect with hot 304s online like they order food off of Uber Eats. And notice she's wondering about the top cream of the crop, physically gifted men. I'm sure there's a bunch of decent looking guys, but they're not 6'3" and have a chiseled jawline and bicep peaks. These super attractive men are probably with super attractive women. This post wall looks like she's using a filter, and or has 10 pounds of makeup on. Does she really think even if she ran into one of these attractive men that they'd actually be interested in her? When there are tons of thoughts who drop their panties on command for Chad and Tyrone like a dog rolling over on command for a bone. She's too old. Young men see her and these spinsters as people they control. I know that's effed up, what the guy did to her friend's drink on camera, but this is the result of sleeping around. Men look at these post walls as a joke, especially when they're still trying to act like they're 20 years too late. She's calling these young men Peter Pan while her grandma ass is trying to thought it up. Top comment says, they're somewhere that they aren't graded on their looks, maybe. Strange how this hag is grading men like she's a runway model. It's the mgtow reality. Most men realize that they have a better time staying at home and relaxing than dealing with entitled drunk thoughts who will try to use them for some free drinks. Another comment. A lot of men don't go to clubs anymore. I'd rather stay home, work on my house, and chill with my dog. And the post wall in the video responds, I'm actually the same way. But it's not the same. This post wall is forced to retire from the nightlife because no one's checking for her, or at least the top 10% males she's after. If she miraculously became young again or attractive again, she'd be hoeing it up. So she's making a virtue out of necessity. And I'm pretty sure she got the house from a divorce. Which means, if this video of her complaining didn't make it obvious, that she's jaded and entitled. A blind man would run away from her, because who the hell wants to hear someone nagging all the time? When she opens her mouth, you get take out the trash vibes. We're all just glad that you're a perfect 10. And someone responds, aren't they all? But when I walk around the US, all I see is 3s and 4s. Exactly. Like I said, this post wall was talking as if these men would be running after her and not away from her if they saw her. If Tone Deaf was a person, she'd be it. These men wouldn't even add her as a backup to a backup on a Tuesday night nutbuster in the rotation of thoughts. A post wall comments, Charleston is a nightmare in that department. And the hag in the video responds, so is Wilmington/Wrightsville Beach where I live. Bunch of Peter Pans. In my view, Charleston is more of a retirement area. It's expensive and posh. Or these attractive men who live there are married with kids, so of course they won't be at bars or clubs like single men. If anyone lives in Charleston, South Carolina area, or the beaches that are close to it, let us know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this?
I have dated some really horrendous men in my lifetime, and so because of that, my ideal partner list has gotten real honed down. So let's get into it. I don't know the basics. I want him taller than me and good looking, duh. Next up is, doesn't play video games. Because why are you playing games when you could be making money? I need me a man that's like masculine, like he got some energy to him, but don't be doing too much because I can't have that. You have to be good with kids. If you're not good with kids, I think you're a sociopath. Of course, there has to be a man that magnifies my feminine energy and allows me to chill because I am literally so dominant. And if you're not gonna be the man, I will be, and I don't want to be the man. Vicious and driven because again, you should be making money. Girl, I'm making money. Why aren't you making money? Well, like a man that is motivational. I want you to inspire me like a Pinterest board. Do the controlling because I'm Dominican. The only person controlling around here is me. Gotta be empathetic. That's just basic human decency. I want a man who's actually getting jealous. Y'all can fight me on this one, but I feel like jealousy sometimes is kind of cute. I want you to be concerned that you could possibly lose me. Because you can. Just don't do the whole like tell me what to wear because that's not happening. He gotta have some experience with trauma. I dated a man once that lived the most simple, easy life. Like no childhood trauma. Homeboy was clueless. No signs of becoming physically abusive because if you gonna beat my ass, I'm gonna beat yours back. Of course he gotta be well built. I'm well built. Why are you not well built? Care about his intent with me? Duh, like I want to know that you want to be with me. Communicates well. I did not do 3 years of therapy and pay all that money for no reason. Low to anger but has a dominant presence. By that, I mean like I don't want you getting funky with me. When I catch an attitude, I want you to be like, you need to relax. Like, put me in my place. It's a good bond with mother. I honestly feel like men that did not have mothers in their lives are real scary. But you cannot be like in a relationship with your mom. I dated one of those before. Woman literally told me, do you think you're gonna replace me? No longer yo titty in his mouth. Languages are similar to mine. Be good with animals. Again, major red flag if you're not good with animals. They be knowing. He needs to be clean and he needs to know how to clean. Some of y'all men be smelling like dirty ass laundry and it's real nasty. To travel is duh. Has a nice voice and laugh. I have been dating men lately that sound like a squeaky toy. I feel like I'm hanging out with one of my homegirls. Please stop. I need me a man with some bass. Supports me in my ventures. Gotta be patient because I am very annoying. Oh, this list is so long, it's sickening. Emotionally in tune with me and can tell when something's wrong. I'm a real big bottler. I literally do not like to tell nobody when something's wrong. If you don't ask me if something's wrong, I'm not gonna tell you. Which does mean that my therapy is low-key a waste. That's just me and we working on it, but you gotta know. Good conversationalist. I could talk about a fucking brick. If you can't carry a conversation with me, something's wrong with you. Politically adept and conscious is a must because I'm not gonna be dealing with your ass if you talking about some crazy Republican shit. Well, as if you don't support Gaza, because baby, something's wrong. Gotta be able to handle my dad. My daddy is nuts, y'all. Fun fact, I've never introduced any man to my father. Doesn't work a 9 to 5. I do not work a 9 to 5. This is not a must, but my schedule is very free and I want your schedule to be free for me. It ties into not being super schedule oriented. Gotta be a good texter. Texting is so important for me. You gotta be kikiing through text messages. And live with parents. I did date one of those. That was hella awkward. Gotta have a car. I cannot tell y'all the amount of men I have dated without cars. It is not romantic picking your man up for a date. I used to let my ex drive my car to give me a sense that he was like taking me somewhere. See, romantic, plan interesting dates, financially stable, that's the duh. Now the rest of these came after my last relationship. Doesn't make jokes about other women. I don't know why. You cannot have your ex in your life. It will kill her and you. I don't know why I wrote doesn't get jealous. I literally said above that I wanted that. Ignore me. Good balance of humor and seriousness because if you are joking 24/7, you're a joke and I'm literally not gonna take you seriously. Not uncomfortable with friends. It is very important to me that you get along with my friends. Used to have this man that was dead ass beefing with my friends. I didn't even bring him in the fucking house because he had a problem with my friends. Not supporting abortion is mad weird to me. You gotta go. I hate nonchalant men. I will not do nonchalant men ever again in my life. Hypes me up on socials, but not too much. I like a man that come in and he comment on my Instagram story every once in a while. But if you're like heart-izing like every single one of my fucking photos, it just loses like the alert to it and it's like not as cute anymore. It has to be like sprinkled in. Likes to give sentimental gifts. Doesn't want to cuddle at night. I'm not a huge physical touch person. Please get to your side of the bed at night. I'm not trying to be fucking sweating all up in your arms. Early on socials, we love a low-key man. You got 500 followers on Instagram. My panties have flew. It's okay with me filming and talking about life on socials because because clearly, as you can tell, I am oversharing on here, and you gotta be good with that. God, the list is finally coming to an end. Takes pictures of me because I'm beautiful, and you should be obsessed with me and want to take photos of me all the time. No girl best friends, because again, just like the ex, I will kill her and you. I don't believe in different gender friendships. To me, at the end of the day, if you guys like each other so much, you can handle each other so much, you love hanging out so much, why are you not dating? I don't care what y'all say, but there's always somebody that likes somebody else at one point. Will defend me, because if somebody is talking shit about me, one of your friends is talking something, your mama talking something, you should be standing up for me, because I would stand up for you. You gotta have a good credit score. I cannot, y'all, I have dated so many bums in my life. I make demoralizing jokes. As you can tell, my ex-boyfriend was a piece of shit. Shares his location without hesitation. I am not a stalker, but sometimes I just want to know where you are in case like I'm trying to see you. My ex-boyfriend, I literally was with him for a year and was begging for his location. He literally told me, I am not giving it to you simply because you're asking for it. I won't go through that again. No kids. I dated 2 men with kids before. Baby mamas are insane. Now granted, they be having the tea and they will literally tell you what the fuck the men be on. It was like getting a pre-Yelp review before I even started dating. I wish I had listened, but I can't do the baby mama, sorry. Doesn't listen to me when I say I want help, because I do. I'm just annoying. This is true. Ever ask me for money? Because I never will. I have had so many men ask me for $20. In time, I had to help this man pay his rent. I don't even ask my mama for money. Why are you asking me for money? Last but not least, calls me princess. I could maybe do baby. I'm not really a pet names person. If you call me babe, I'm literally going to throw up in my mouth. Anyways, that's it for my list, and that is why I am single.
If you're wondering, yes, her list of demands took over 5 minutes long to complete. Even in the video description, she admits, a list of reasons of why I'm single, #ideal partner. But let's examine her list anyways. Right off the bat, her first 2 requirements is that she's looking for a chatter Tyrone. I'm pretty sure taller than her means at least 6 feet or over, so that eliminates, let's be generous, 90% of the male population. And then add to the fact that it sounds like she wants this man to be well off, at least a 6-figure earner. Like, her reason for him to not play video games is so he can make money, probably for her lifestyle entitlements. And the percentage of men who make 6 figures in the US are 13%. And she wants the Chads and Tyrones of that 13% who don't play video games. That's like 1% of the men in America that she already wants, and that's the first 18 seconds of the 5-minute video. Not even a minute into the video, and she wants a man who's probably a player banging 8s, 9s, and 10s to stop that fun life and commit to her used up masculine entitled ass. A handsome tall man who's doing well for himself almost has to be brainless not to be a natural player. Women of all ages throw themselves at him, and she might be an OF performer because she claims she doesn't work a 9 to 5. So this player alpha guy needs to give up his dream lifestyle for a possible professional HOE?
Right.
A bedwench who let the Pookies and Ray Rays hit it for free. Yeah, she's gonna be single for the rest of her life. And this is what she looks like.
Spend Valentine's Day alone with me as a single woman living in LA who would rather eat glass than ever trust any man who lives in the city. Today I had a Cassie's callback for a hair company that has been on my vision board for the last 7 years. So naturally that means, of course, I woke up in the most wonderful mood. It was so bad I even turned on a love playlist, but then at some point the music was kind of whack and I had to turn it off. One day I am praying that we abolish the castings that are an hour-long drive to only be a 5-minute casting. Naturally I left out the clip where I sat in my bed for 3 hours crying because it seemed like literally everybody on Instagram except me is in love. But then because I cried so much I naturally fell asleep, and then after I woke up from my nap I realized that it wasn't that I was sad that I wasn't in love, I was just tired. So it's probably not that you're sad that you're single, it's probably just that you're not getting enough sleep. Go to sleep. Also, I'm on the last few days of my period, so it's not that I'm a little bitch, it's just that my period's a little bitch. Anyways, after I got a bunch of clothes at Zara, I felt so much better and I felt super cute, but I was really sad that the pink top did not fit me because they would have ate. Even though I've worked with Pinterest Polly several times before, I've actually never realized how expensive they are. Why was that yellow dress $73 and I actually bought it? I honestly feel like I should take it back. Came home to a surprise package from this man that I've been seeing for the last couple of weeks. It's a fidget kit. It was really sweet because I most definitely told him that the reason I fidget so much around him is because I have anxiety, and most certainly not because it's the fact that he's so beautiful it makes me want to throw up and I'm too nervous. I shot my day watching Sex and the City with Ludi and eating cheesecake, but hopefully next year I'm getting tossed around like a jelly bean.
Okay, she's not an OF model, but a real legit model. She has product placements on her page. Sadly, she wasted her looks on that city girl lifestyle. The sad part is, if she was a virgin at 18, she could have actually married the man that fit her list, like a pro athlete, which is what she probably still thinks she deserves because I'm sure she's been flown out at least once by one. And just because she's a real model doesn't mean she's better than OF performers or strippers. Real models can be just as low value as OF models because many rich men with yachts pay models a stack to quote-unquote hang out with them. And that's if she didn't sleep around on the casting couch to get these coveted jobs. And of course, she's crying herself to sleep already. Let's read the comments from her demands list. Top comment says, "Solid list. If a man can get at least 80% of this, that's a good guy." That's still the top 5% of the male population, to be generous. And I'm being real generous. These top males are either married to a quality, beautiful woman, or they're smashing attractive thoughts. I started cracking up when you talked about the voice. I felt that. And she responded, "They just be so fine and sounding so femme. It destroys the fantasy, LOL. I swear to God, you can't make this shit up. She probably has met these mythical men who are perfect only to leave them because they have the Mike Tyson curse. You can't make this shit up, as Kevin Samuels used to say." Another comment. "Has experience with trauma, but not cynical and doesn't victimize himself because of it." Yeah, this is straight delusion. Trauma makes a man more skeptical in life, even cynical, because they found out the world isn't this happy place that these thoughts think it is. These attractive thoughts need to understand that they live life on easy mode because most men are taking the brunt of life for them. There are simps that will cash up these thoughts thousands just for existing, just to get one-word answers from their DMs while they pour their heart out.
In a selfless act of heroism, this man risked his life to save his girlfriend from a burning building. Without a second thought for his own safety, life, and future, he made the ultimate sacrifice for love, his future wife, and the mother of his children. However, despite his courageous act and the scars he now bears, the girl left him. Because of his new looks, he is not as attractive as before. As he continues to live with both visible and internal scars, one can't help but wonder, does he truly deserve this fate?
Here's proof of why these modern women don't deserve these top-tier men. And this is why these thoughts are single, because they have no loyalty. Sadly, this Chad found out the hard way. This is why I say save the kids, but not her, because she's replaceable. Gentlemen, you are the prize. You have to create value for your whole life, because you can't open your legs to get your bills paid. So to you females, to answer your question on why you can't find men, it's because even if men don't know about mgtow, they don't want to find you. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.